All right, I will call to order the Zoning Board of Appeals meeting for Wednesday, September 10th, 2025 in the James H. Crocker Jr. Hearing Room, the second floor of Town of Barnstable, Town Hall, 367 Main Street, Hyannis, Mass. To all persons interested in or affected by action zoning board of appeals hereby notified pursuant to Section 11 of Chapter 40 of the General Laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and all amendments thereto that this public hearing will be held today, Wednesday, September 10th, 2025. First off, introduction of board members. Natalie Pittenger.
Here.
Herb Bodenseek.
Here.
Larry Hurwitz.
Here.
And Aaron Webb.
Here.
And I'm also here, Jacob Dewey, as chair. Notice of recording this meeting of the Zoning Board of Appeals is being recorded and broadcast in the Town of Barnstable's Government Access Channel in accordance with MGL Chapter 30A, Section 20. I must inquire whether anyone is recording this meeting. If so, please make their presence known. Seeing done. The first order was minutes from the July 9th, 2025 meeting. Do anyone have any comments? I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, minutes are approved. We have no old business. We have one item of new business. Appeal number 2025-023, Hugh S. and Catherine B. Ferguson, as trustee of the Ferguson Family Trust, have applied for a special permit pursuant to Section 240-91H3, develop lot protection, demolition, rebuilding on non-conforming lots. The applicants propose to demolish and rebuild a three-bedroom, single-family dwelling on a lot containing 6,705 square feet, less than the minimum 10,000 square feet required. The proposed new dwelling, patio, deck, and porch are almost entirely within the existing footprint. The existing non-conforming 4.1 foot side yard setback would remain. The proposed new dwelling meets the height, lot coverage, and gross floor area requirements as floor area requirements of the ordinance. The subject property is located at 214 Annabelle Point Road, Centerville, Mass, as shown on Assessor's Map 211 as parcel 009. It's located in the Residence D1 RD1 zoning district. So sitting on this will be all of the members present. Trey Nickerson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. We did submit a memo on September 5th detailing the project and including some pictures for your reference. To sort of hit the high points in that memorandum, the lot in question was created in 1948. This would predate any dimensional requirement for any lot in the town of Barnstable. In 1951, 1952, the GIS map shows the dwelling being constructed, that being Exhibit F in the memorandum. A couple years after that, a second parcel was added to the lot, referenced as Exhibit H in the memorandum. The relevant date for your purposes this evening is 1956, which resulted in a zoning change of the minimum lot area requirement, increasing it to 10,000 square feet, and also providing a 10-foot side yard setback, which would render the 4.1 side yard setback non-conforming. In 1978, there was an additional parcel added to the locus. And of course, in 1985, the entire town went to 1 acre. So we submit that the structure is legal pre-existing non-conforming because its 4.1 side yard setback would predate the 10-foot requirement as set forth in the 1956 zoning change, and that the lot itself is legal pre-existing non-conforming because it was lawfully created prior to 1956 and the 10,000 square foot lot requirement. The home itself has been in the Ferguson family for generations, dating back to the applicant's great-great-grandmother. It's presently a single-story, three-bedroom home containing 885 square feet of gross floor area. The proposed new home will be 2 stories, will also contain 3 bedrooms, and have gross floor area of 1,515 square feet, which is well within the requirements of 240-91H3. It's the proposed height, also well within the requirements of 240-91H3 at 17 foot 1 inch. Finally, the lot coverage will remain the same at 22.4 square feet, all as indicated on the engineered site plan. So we submit that the proposed new build does meet all the requirements of 240-91H3 in terms of building height, lot coverage, gross floor area, that the lot is entitled to the protection afforded by 240-91H3, and that you can find that the proposed demolition and rebuilding is not substantially more detrimental to the neighborhood or community affected, particularly where there is no increase in bedrooms, there is no increasing of any degree of existing nonconformity. We are proposing to meet the 4.1 foot, keep the 4.1 foot side yard setback. As I stated in the memo, nearly all of the proposed new build is within the existing footprint. The area that's not in the existing footprint, as you see on the site plan, would be the sort of bottom right-hand corner of the proposed porch. There's a striped area of the porch which is going to be new construction. Right now, the porch is built almost at a strange angle, so the porch is proposed to be squared off. That's really the only increase in the existing footprint, which does not increase any non-conforming setback. So also in your materials should be 4 letters of support from abutters in the neighborhood expressing their support for the project, further evidencing that this board could issue a special permit finding that the new construction is not substantially more detrimental than the existing dwelling. With that, I'll turn it over to you, Mr. Chairman, and members of the board for any questions. Be happy to answer them to the extent there are any. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions for the applicant?
Yeah, I have some questions.
Go ahead.
Yeah, on page 5 of your memorandum, the one that shows, it looks like a picture of the lots,
Is that
The
the,
GIS map.
page 5. It looks like an aerial shot.
okay. Yep.
So it looks like at least 1/3 of the house is in the next lot. Is that one of the earlier site photos or before they had land added?
No, so this is taken from the town GIS website,
Yeah,
and the accuracy of the boundaries shown on these plans aren't exactly certified.
right, except that that's extreme. I mean, that's like 1/3 of the building is over. It's not just a little.
I agree that's how it looks, but if you look at the engineered site plan, that is the certified boundaries of the property, and it shows the house within all boundaries and 4.1 feet from the side yard setback. So so the engineered plan is the more accurate reference. This GIS map is provided showing the map and lot number. There is no representation or suggestion that from the town that the boundary lines shown on the GIS plans are certified by engineers or surveyors. It's a rough estimate.
And if you can just shift to the site plan, you can see like the shape of how the engineer drew the lot. It's the same shape as that, but the whole thing is just moved. Yeah, if you just slide over the site plan, Natalie, you'll see.
Yeah, the house.
See, it's the same shape lot. The house is actually right there on it.
Oh, I see, okay. I can see it clearer there, yeah.
GIS is just off.
It can be off. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's pretty
It's
close.
off
but-
by a lot, that's the only thing.
And so, Attorney Nixon, to the north boundary is where the non-conforming setback currently is, 4.1?
Yes, that's correct.
I'm good.
So what about the road in? Where is the road? I mean, it's not, I was there the other day, but I didn't,
So we
I
could,
felt like I was in somebody's driveway, so.
you might have been. If we could go back to the same GIS map, access to the property is accomplished through a shared driveway across multiple properties.
Okay, yeah.
At the time this property was created, there was no frontage requirement on any street back in 1948. So access is accomplished through a shared driveway affecting 212, and I think, Anna, can you scroll over a little bit to the other? Is that 216, I think. So There's a shared driveway which is how you accomplish access, but it's not technically on any street frontage, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah, so the, that'll be kind of a trek in for the construction vehicles and the dismantling vehicles and all that sort of thing, right? I mean, that road isn't like, I mean, it's paved, but just barely.
Yeah, I can't speak to any challenges, practically speaking, for construction vehicles and the like, but certainly our client uses that access to access the property, and I'm sure there'll be a way to.
They'll all be happy with,
I'm sure to the,
comings and
to the
goings.
extent any neighbors have any concerns, they'll be sure to reach out to our
Okay.
client.
okay. I think that's it for me.
Does the same family own lot 212?
I believe so, but it's not our client directly. I think it's a member of his family. I'm not quite sure of the relation.
Gotcha.
All right, if there's no other questions, I'll open for public comment. There's no one here. We did receive the 4 letters, one from Lauren and Steve Brown at, not sure which address they are, but they're in support of the project. And then we have Jennifer Latoit. She's an adjacent property owner at 210 and 216, and she is also in support. We had one from Andrew and Carol Stewart, that's the owners of 220 Annabelle Point Road, in support. And we have a letter from Wenley Ferguson and John Wolf at 212 Annabelle Point Road, also in support. If there's no one else that wants to speak to it, I'll make a motion to close public comment.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, so public comment's closed. The public hearing is still opened, but I think we can probably close that and move to just.
Make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, does someone want to make findings? Someone? Anyone? Natalie, you want?
I don't have the staff report in front of me. If this is it? Yeah, this is it,
What do
sure.
I have to do? Just read the thing?
I'll have a crack at it. Or Natalie, go ahead. Yeah.
No, if you do it, no.
No, we got a good
'cause I'm
group here.
still
We got a
learning,
good
Aaron.
group
No,
to
no.
guide you along. This is a perfect case to get started.
Get your feet wet on an easy one.
Yeah, okay. Okay,
This is an easy one, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're, oh, there it is, board member makes findings, okay. So just read the draft, you want the
Yep.
draft
Yeah, just
findings,
reference appeal number 2025-023.
Okay, on page 2 of the, yeah, okay. So number 1, the application falls within a category specifically accepted in the ordinance for a grant of a special permit. Section 240-91H3 allows for the demolition and rebuilding of a residence on a nonconforming lot. Site plan review is not required for single-family residential dwellings. 3, after an evaluation of all the evidence presented, the proposal fulfills the spirit and intent of the zoning ordinance and would not represent a substantial detriment to the public good or the neighborhood affected. The proposed yards, number 4, the proposed yard setbacks must be equal to or greater than the yard setbacks of the existing building. The proposed setbacks will be equal to existing setbacks. Number 5, the proposed lot coverage shall not exceed 20% or the existing lot coverage, whichever is greater. The proposed lot coverage is 22.6%, which is same as existing. Number 6, the floor area ratio shall not exceed 0.30 or 30%, the existing floor area ratio of the structure being demolished, whichever is greater. The existing FAR is 13.2%, and the proposed FAR is 24.4%, which does not exceed the threshold. Number 7, the building height in feet shall not exceed 30 feet to the highest plate and shall contain no more than 2.5 stories. The proposed height for the proposed dwelling is 17.1 feet. Number 8, the proposed new dwelling would not substantially be more detrimental to the neighborhood than the existing dwelling. Do I have a
I'll
second?
second that.
All right. A vote on Natalie's findings. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? No abstention? All right, so Natalie, now just going to reference your conditions.
Oh, the conditions, okay, so that's the 1 through 6 there?
Yep. Yeah, and the staff report
Okay,
was
so the,
dated August 26th.
And then, instead of reading them, you might want to ask him if he has read them and had a chance to
Oh, okay,
review
yes.
them, if he finds them.
have you read them,
acceptable.
Attorney Nixon? Yes,
I have read conditions 1 through 6, and they are acceptable.
they are acceptable, okay.
Thank you.
So now we just read them, right?
You can just
You don't even
reference,
need to
you don't
read
need to read
them,
them.
Oh,
You can
okay.
reference the staff report.
Okay,
That's
all right, so
an
just,
easy one.
I just referenced the staff report, conditions
August
1 through
26.
6, which is agreeable to Attorney Nickerson.
Yep, which, that
Yes.
staff report was dated August 26th, 2025. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Attorney Nickerson, you have your special permit. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a great evening.
All right, correspondence, the planning board notification transmittal of 6 proposed zoning amendments. Cape Cod Commission Regional Policy Plan Subcommittee meeting agenda Thursday, September 4th, 2025 at 2 p.m. Cape Cod Commission Regional Policy Plan Subcommittee meeting, revised agenda Thursday, September 4th, 2025 at 2 p.m. Anything we didn't anticipate?
So we certainly have some things we need to talk about, I think, at some point. Can we schedule that? How do we do that?
Maybe make a motion to,
Make a motion to add to next time's agenda in person, I think makes the most sense.
And
that
what would you
we-
like to talk
Yeah,
about?
what do you want to talk about?
Well, don't we, I mean, we're kind of behind on elections, am I correct?
Yes, I think so. And
We have vacancies that
we
we,
have to, we do have at least one vacancy, maybe two, I'm not sure. We have, no one's heard from Rod,
nope.
so I mean, I think that's probably a vacancy.
And we have, and then I think myself and maybe Larry have other questions regarding some of the proposals that we've put forth to town council, some of the proposals regarding continuances, if we're.
Our policy meeting?
Yeah, and just a refresh of where we stand with those things, because I think there's some confusion amongst a few of us in terms of, you know, like Falmouth Road, for instance, the continuance that is continuing. Again, it's out of their control because of legal, and yet, where do we have the ability to jump in and say something? I don't know, maybe we say
What
nothing.
do you want to do? I mean, we could not approve a continuance at any time.
Again, I just don't remember, Chairman, what the protocols were that Paul submitted in terms of our, so I personally would like a review
Okay.
of those things. And maybe if we could get a town council liaison here to help advise us on our pool discussion, which seems to be going nowhere because they're bogged down with everything else they're doing.
I think that's
But-
the reason.
What's that?
That's the reason, I think, that's what Jim said, that they were just bogged down.
Do we have something sort of drafted that we would like to pitch?
Nothing
Really?
that I've seen, no.
Okay.
I don't see anything. I have similar questions as Aaron, too. Particular one, or the continuances were one, and we talked about getting something for a pool house, a definition for
Yep.
that, and that's been out there for a while.
Yeah. I mean, the continuance, our policy's on the website, right, Anna?
Yes.
Yeah, it's posted on the
Yeah,
website.
Okay, so we-
under
okay.
rules and regs.
Gotcha.
But the pool thing, yeah, I mean, that's, I believe we could ourselves propose a zoning amendment, correct? As the board. We'd send it to planning board,
I
and then
believe
planning board would
so.
send it to council. But we could be the sponsor of it if we are really getting irritated and don't want to wait any longer, we could potentially sponsor a change. But we'd have to work with Jim and probably draft it, and I'm sure legal would have to get their eyes on it at some point, but maybe if we actually got that far, they would, you know, they'd look at it. So, and I think Counselor Ludke's relatively responsive, but if we did the work, it would make it easier. If it was like, here it is, here's what we think would work. Do you agree?
And was it pool house, or was it actually the pool being referred to as a structure?
No, it was a pool house.
Okay, I
But
thought they
also,
were.
but pools too.
Yeah.
I think the town needs to make a decision on pools because it comes up a lot on these like tiny little lots all over the place. Everyone wants a pool in their backyard.
Yep.
And should they have to meet regular setbacks? Do we have a special setback for a pool? Do we make a separate landscaping buffer requirement for a pool to protect neighbors of, you know, whatever, or do we say, the pool has to fit setbacks, and that's what it is?
Yeah, our most recent pool conversation happened on Katuitt, on Route 28 in Katuitt with the young man from Rydell Plumbing and Heating who was looking to put a pool on his property, and he had that 50-yard setback, if you recall.
Yeah.
And we denied him a special permit because it was really the only place he could put it. He was adamant about getting the vote, unfortunately. I think we did continue it once.
Once we did.
But regardless, he made us vote, and he was denied. And so it seems ridiculous that on Route 28 in Katuitt that you can't have a pool. I mean, my opinion, of course. But anyway, that's the kind of conversation.
I think they went ahead and built the pool anyway.
Not our,
Yeah, not my problem.
Not our
That's a
jurisdiction.
Brian Florence stuff.
Laurel Lane or something?
I don't remember. But then what about, and again, you have a better beat on the election process, Jake, than I do, of course, but, or
we
Mr.
just put it
Chairman.
on the agenda and we just decide who wants.
Are we late? I mean, is it supposed to be an annual thing?
Yes, it's supposed to be an annual thing. I think technically it was maybe following the fiscal calendar, so July 1, I think, but.
Probably should have been on the agenda for June
Yeah.
at some point, but we can
But
do
we
it
can do,
anytime.
yeah, we can just put it on the,
Okay, so that would be great. I'd love to see that.
all right, anything else? All right, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.